I think Bud could be Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
How's Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
But weight classes,
the most composed guy. And what, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
A moment that electrified the boxing world. Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford finally stood face to face. The date, September 13th, 2025. The place, Las Vegas. But the tension that was born in Riyadh under blinding lights and in front of a global sea of cameras, two pound-for-pound legends locked eyes in chilling silence. Canelo's glare burned with brute confidence. Crawford.com. Still ice cold, this wasn't just a stare down, it was a psychological war. Every word, every pause was loaded. The air itself seemed to crackle. Two legacies, two styles, and only one undisputed super middleweight throne. And the real fight, HAD in single quotes, to even begun.
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO, he just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Canelo Alvarez, Mexico's modern-day gladiator. A man who doesn't just carry belts, he collects history. With 4 weight class titles to his name, Canelo currently reigns as the undisputed super middleweight champion. Inside the ropes, he's a storm, ruthless power, surgical defense, and a toolkit forged through years of war. From dismantling legends to outlasting young lions, he's carved his name into the very stone of the sport. But while the world knows his strength, few truly grasp the shadows he walks through to stay on top.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Terence Crawford, the silent assassin from Omaha, Nebraska. He doesn't roar, he dissects a multi-division world champion who's conquered 4 weight classes: lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and now super welterweight. With a mind as sharp as his jab and the rare ability to switch hit mid-fight, Crawford is a walking puzzle few can solve. His crowning moment, a clinical destruction of Errol Spence Jr. to become the undisputed king at 147 pounds. And now, as he rises to face Canelo, he's betting everything on precision over power.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, number 1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Canelo's super middleweight dominance isn't just impressive, it's mythic. A warrior with 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, including a staggering 39 knockouts. His career has stretched across 4 weight classes: junior middleweight, middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight. In 2021, he made history becoming the first fighter to unify all super middleweight titles. But for Canelo, every victory is fuel, every belt a warning, because in his mind, the war is never truly over.
Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
5'8" and 34 years old, Canelo Alvarez is the perfect storm of strength, speed, and wisdom. He's not just powerful, he's calculating. His latest victory, a dominant unanimous decision over William Skull in May 2025, only strengthened his position at the top. As younger contenders rise with hunger in their eyes, Canelo remains unfazed. His footwork, timing, and mental edge allow him to outthink and outmaneuver even the freshest threats. He's aging but not fading, and in that lies the real danger.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, boom, bobbing and weave. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Terence Crawford made one thing crystal clear: this isn't a fight about size. With a calm voice and fierce conviction, he reminded the world, Canelo's not taller than me. I've got longer arms. He's heavier, but I'm built for this. Crawford dismissed the talk of physical mismatch, pointing instead to their weight class history. While he climbed methodically from lightweight to light middleweight, Canelo leaped all the way to light heavyweight. The height may be the same, but the paths they walked couldn't be more different.
Has the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it'll happen. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure, going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
different weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. And what, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6. If you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. But a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
First, Canelo brushed off the idea of fighting Crawford, but as the stakes grew, so did his interest, especially when legacy and money entered the frame. Meanwhile, Crawford made a bold move of his own. No tune-up fight. He dove straight into the deep end, moving up to 168 pounds without testing the waters. Experts questioned his decision. Facing Canelo without warming up, that's not just risky, it's near. Some say this fight is about more than legacy or belts. They believe Crawford may be risking his name for a payday he might not survive.
How is Terence Crawford going to beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. Well, both can have a bit of similarities. The speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement. It's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his all success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm gonna tell you exactly how Crawford's gonna fight. He's gonna fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, come into a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That would be a recipe for a disaster. He's gonna be more than likely off the back foot. He's gonna be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound for pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo. But that's very, very, very unlikely. Damn near impossible.
With a smirk, Canelo joked that fighting Crawford would be easy money, suggesting a payday north of $150 million. That massive figure, combined with their iconic reputations, turned this into more than a fight. It's a spectacle, a mega event. But Crawford wasn't laughing. He fired back, calling out the critics who doubt his move up in weight. He pointed to Canelo's own struggles when he moved up and lost. "I'm going up," Crawford said, "and I'm winning." He's betting everything, his pride, his name, and his legacy, just to prove them all wrong.
Talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Like, if it's what I want, you wanna take it, you know?
Would you put a rehydration clause in there?
We'll see. I don't like to talk about other fight when I got it.
But you understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see you in there with. You understand,
I understand that. Same happened with Golovkin.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with Carlos.
And it happened.
And same with Billy Joe Saunders.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Troll, and with Mayweather, and with Cotto.
That's why I believe the fight happened. Would you ever go for 175? Because 168, I feel like you fought everybody. They're taking belts away from you. 175, you got Benavidez, you got Morrell, you got the rematch with Cuba.
If I go 175, was that rematch.
That would be the first one. Well, then you can look around and see what's out there. 175.
And then we.
Would you make a Crawford's performance against Benjamin?
I think he knows why he's weight class in there, right? He make a good fight, but for me, I think he lost the fight or draw.
Okay.
Or could be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was out there in
because
LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't sell it.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? So in the past, you told me no.
If the money is right, I mean,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighters who go around.
Wait, do you want to say 168 or look for 175?
Joe Rogan experience. Terence Crawford didn't hold back. With calm reflection, he admitted this potential clash with Canelo Alvarez would be the defining moment of his entire career. He spoke openly, not just about legacy but about money. After rising through 4 weight classes and capturing undisputed titles, Crawford has reached a new phase, one where greatness and generational wealth walk hand in hand. Earlier in his journey, it was all about competition. Now the risks are higher, and the rewards must match. Despite the physical burden of jumping to 168, he's laser-focused, and when he spoke of this fight, his tone shifted like it did when he once dreamed of fighting Manny Pacquiao, but this time, the dream feels real.
Nah, nothing. Nope. You just need, like, dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like, at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I get excited. I don't know why. I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited. Like, man, I'm going to be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because...
Is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my ass off.
What stopped that fight from
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight, but...
Boxing sage Teddy Atlas gave a brutally honest take on Canelo versus Crawford, and it turned heads. He praised Alvarez for his grit and legacy, but said flatly, Crawford is on another level. Atlas didn't mince words. He acknowledged that Canelo remains dangerous, yet he pointed out a troubling trend: declining explosiveness, slowed reaction, a flicker of what once was. Meanwhile, Crawford is still operating at his athletic peak, with the speed, sharpness, and adaptability that leave opponents frozen. In Atlas's eyes, Canelo is a legend, but Crawford, he may just be the future in the storm no one sees coming.
Well, come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Is it tired of me saying it? I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able, sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Amir Khan, one of the few men who's faced both giants, offered a rare insight into what separates them. He didn't sugarcoat Canelo's raw power, but said it's Crawford's finesse that truly stings. He's faster, smarter, harder to catch, Khan explained. While Canelo punishes mistakes, Crawford makes you miss, then punishes you anyway. Khan praised Crawford's ring IQ, his footwork, his ability to morph his style against a fighter like Canelo who walks forward with brute strength. Khan believes it's that fluid, cerebral defense that might make all the difference, but can brains truly outlast brawn ... under fire?
It could have gone either way because I had probably Skull winning by 2 rounds. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, but the thing is, I think that he was looking he was picking the shots better and landing the better, cleaner shots. Canelo was marked up a little bit, but look, it could have gone either way. Anyway, regardless how the fight went, it was a great performance by both fighters, but it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford. But from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tighter and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ.
Terence Crawford, this isn't just a title fight, it's the chance of a lifetime. He's facing Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, on the biggest possible stage, and he's not intimidated, he's inspired. Crawford's calm demeanor hides a roaring hunger to cement his name in the history books. Canelo, reflecting on his recent fight with William Skull, said one thing matters most: opponents who fight, not those who survive, but those who come to ignite the arena. He hopes Crawford brings that fire, because this time the world won't settle for silence. They want blood, glory, and a war worthy of legends.
That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show. You know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics to try and box?
I hope not. I hope not, because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then we can get some. Yeah, do it.
Who do you see walking away victorious? Canelo's raw, punishing power, or Crawford's razor-sharp intellect and surgical precision? Cast your vote below, but think carefully. This isn't just strength versus smarts. It's a battle of wills, and only one can survive the storm.